What's up, Renegade Nation? Before we begin the video, I'd like to give a big shout out to our most recent Patreon supporters: GXR7, Surrect74, Andrea Cassini, Swider, Aso Spades, and Scythe. Thank you all very much for your support, and if you want to support us on Patreon, feel free to click the link below in the description to find out more. Thanks again.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Chad's first exposure to the animation, or the animation versus series. You know, the animator versus animations and all that. This one is the animation versus Pokemon by Alan Becker. Actually, a little story about Alan Becker. I probably told you this story, but Alan was one of the big Newground creators, like way back when. Newground Flash animations.
Oh, Newgrounds.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And when Animator versus...
Off the fucking chain.
Yeah, exactly. And when the Animator versus Animation series came out on there, it was a big hit. And everyone was just like, oh my gosh, this guy's so talented. The guy's like this, the guy's like that. And then, eventually, it got to the point where they got so popular, the owner of E-Bombs World actually tried to pay him like a flat fee for the exclusive rights to his videos, to which... Alan was just going to sign over because Alan was just a kid. He was like 16 or 17 at the time. And he didn't know any better. And he was like, holy crap, I'm actually going to get paid for my animations? That's so cool. And then someone at the last minute before he signed on the dotted line stopped him. Like literally messaged him like mere minutes before he was going to sign on the dotted line and told him, don't sign them over. These are your works. You need to protect them. And he did. And he pretty much told the owner of E-Bombs World, no, go fuck yourself. And thus, he uploaded stuff on YouTube, and he became very successful. And so far on YouTube, he has amassed a grand total of 8.4 million subscribers. Wow. Very, very happy for you there, Alan, because I've been following Alan ever since he was on Newgrounds, and
that's awesome.
I'm very proud of seeing where he's come to, and I can't wait to see what other creative stuff he's going to do. And I figured you should be here for this one, because this is the most recent one. Animation versus Pokemon, and from what it looks like, it's going to be happening on his DS, which I'm going to be interested to see how he's going to pull this off, because he's actually done it to where the animations actually went into his iPhone and caused havoc, and
wow.
caused all of his apps to fall off the wall and be bundled onto the ground and everything. And how he did that was amazing, and I'm hoping to see how he does this, if it'll work here just as well. But let's see how this fares out. This is Animation versus Pokemon by Alan Becker. Here we go. Aw.
Hey, it's the best generation of Pokemon.
Second gen, yeah.
This is the best Pokemon game, in my opinion.
Oh, hey.
Gold and Silver are
Soul
my favorite.
Silver and Heart Gold.
Sorry, it had to refresh. Oh. There's the stick figure. Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
What the hell? Hello. Animation, what are you doing?
Awesome.
That's so cool.
Oh, no.
Yoink.
Yoink. Which one did he take? Did he take Totodile? He took Totodile. Come here, bud. Hey. Ow. Go. Totodile.
This is like, I love this.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This isn't good.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit! They even brought the... Hey, Aw. Here you go. Aw. He doesn't want to leave. Oh, dang it. Oh, Meryl. Oh, gosh.
Oh, God.
Damn, son.
Oh.
That's rude. Made the Pokemon protagonist sound like a bastard.
Okay. Oh, you just pissed him off. A dream. A dream, my friend. Let's go. Aw.
You're cheating.
Hey.
Can't have 2 starters.
Oh god, going into the wilds armed with
Oh,
only
no.
a Pokeball. Yep, knew it.
Good fucking
Oh,
luck.
Pidgey! Yes! Haha!
Gonna need some RNG.
Nope. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Lucky you.
Aw, Totodile. Come back, bud. Come here. Hey! Come here, bud. Aw. Back together again. That's right. Oh, I'm a reef. Bah, bah, my reef. Aw, it's okay, little guy. Come here. Aw, dude.
Building his little party.
So he's just going through the game. Oh, no! Save him! Save him! Save him! Save him! Totodile. Hey!
Is that Heracross?
I think so, yeah, Heracross. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Oh, God, there's Blue! What are you gonna do, bud? Oh, they're gonna watch! Awesome!
That's funny.
Oh, yes!
Nice.
Very cool. Hey, 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 hey. No.
Ah.
That's what you get. Oh, Slowpoke.
Fetched.
Yeah, get out of here. And then a little Oddish. Oddish was one of my favorites as a kid. Hey, got a full 6. Hell yeah.
And they're evolving. So now he's got a Flaffy.
Yep. Gosh, dude. Pidgeotto.
This is pretty cool.
This is awesome. See, this is the kind of Pokemon adventure I want to go on. Yeah, that's right. Oh, no. Yes, save it. Thank you. Yeah. Nice job, Pidgeot.
That's not what Oddish evolves in.
It is in the second one, because I was thinking
It
that for a
is?
second, and I was like, oh yeah, you can get a different stone and use it on Gloom and instead of Vileplume. It evolves into that one. Which I can't remember what it's called.
Only have one Pokemon follow you. Alright, let's go, bud. Uh-oh.
Oh, no, you didn't.
That's right.
Oh, you're a narc too?
You stole bruh. Oh.
Oh, you're making a mistake. He's gonna straight beat your ass, little child.
Not here either. Where our rules don't apply. Oh. Oh god, he's taking them into the computer! Oh.
Damn, that's not fair.
Oh, a red Gyarados. No! No! They didn't steal anyone. There you go. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Yeah! Oof! Rock. Water. Water. Or, oh yeah. Ha ha. Uh-oh. No! Aww. You're in his world now, bud. Yeah.
These battles are fucking badass.
Yeah.
Like I said, dude, Alan is a very talented animator. Get struck down, son. Oh, Master Ball?
Oh shit.
Oh, oh. No! Ah. Totodile. Totodile. Crocodile?
For alligator.
Huh?
For alligator.
For alligator, yeah. Oh! Your Ho-Oh has fainted. Are you done? Hey, acceptance.
Then he kicks him in the nuts.
Oh, he hugged him. Hey. Let's go. Aw. Yeah, there you go. Welcome back. Don't blame us. Look at
So,
What's up? Alan comes back. He's just like, what the hell? Hey. Uh-oh. Hey. Hey.
so you son of a bitch. Finished my game while I was out.
Hey guys, Alan Becker here.
What's up, Alan?
Enjoyed that Pokemon episode. We had a lot of fun to make it. And if you want to see more, then click the subscribe button and turn on the bell, because I don't have an upload schedule, so that would be smart. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
That was awesome.
No doubt.
What'd I say, man? Alan is a friggin' genius when it comes to
Yeah.
this stuff.
Thank you for sharing that with me.
Oh, yeah, I forgot I'm not subscribed to him on the Renegades channel. Let me subscribe and ring that bell. And also, I'm leaving a comment on this video. See if y'all can find it, because the more people that check out this video, the better. Because Alan deserves all the credit in the world as a creator. The man is a genius. The man is awesome when it comes to
that. Was very cool
and
stuff.
I hope he gets his diamond play button here soon, because he's getting very close to 10 million subs. And I hope he gets it, because he deserves it, guys.
Yeah,
He really does.
ass.
And yeah, just let me leave a comment on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So yeah, if y'all are interested in checking out Alan Becker's channel, definitely do, because you see stuff like this, the creativity, I guarantee you he's probably going to get a cease and desist letter from Nintendo over this shit.
I hope not.
And that's that's copyright and trademark bullshit right there, because that is transformative enough to where it can be considered its own thing. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you friggin' say? I mean,
If anything, it's going to
man.
be for the music he used.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, the music is one thing, but the sprites that he used, the sprites that he used are quote
He
unquote.
even hashtagged it Pokemon and Nintendo, so he's like,
Yeah.
putting it out there. He's like, straight up, like, come at me, kind of, to an extent.
Well, yeah. I mean, truth is, man, if he is this creative with this kind of stuff, I mean, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about, with outside of copyright protection. If stuff like this were outside of copyright protection, wouldn't you think he deserves a lot of credit for the shit that he
You know what,
right
Nintendo?
there?
You know what this makes me want to do, right? This makes me want to buy a DS again so I can play Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which I'll have to buy.
You will have to pay vastly more for those games than
Yeah, I
you will
know.
the system.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But it's like the
They're
system
so
I could
expensive.
buy new and actually give Nintendo some money, but if you were to be a dick to this guy, I would probably reconsider buying it. So
Yeah. And it just goes,
think about that if anybody from Nintendo happens to happen across this video at some point.
Yeah, and Alan, if you ever do watch these, man, just know, man, I've supported you for a long time, man. I mean, I've always recommended your stuff to people. I mean, I'm a huge fan of yours, man. If you ever do see this in some way, and I want you to know, man, I will promote your stuff to the to the stars and back, because you deserve everything that you deserve, all the credit, all these subscribers, all these views, everything. You deserve all that and then some, and I just want you to be happy, man. I want you to achieve greatness, in which you have. I mean, you got 8.4 million subs,
Super
which
impressive.
which is far more than my piddling ass.
Well,
could
this
ever get.
video was just really, really fun to watch. Cool
Yeah.
shit.
Exactly, and that's why I love this kind of stuff, man. I love seeing this kind of stuff, because it's just so creative and so beautiful to
Like
witness.
the battle sequences and the way that he did those were so fucking cool.
Yeah,
and I would have
everything
never
just-
thought of doing it that way.
Yeah, interweaving all the Pokemon working together and everything. It was beautiful.
Super, super
so
sick.
beautiful, and I love this. I love this stuff, man. I love it so much, and it just makes me want to sing praises of Alan Becker even more. I mean, and also it makes me want to play Pokemon again. I haven't played a Pokemon game since Gold and Silver, the originals. I haven't played a Pokemon game since way back when, man.
I played Pokemon Go, if you count that. But
Well,
Yeah.
You
the
can
last
if you
one I
want to.
played
last one I
all the
played.
way through was Silver on the Game Boy Color.
Same
But
here.
the last one that I actually played was fuck, I can't remember the order they came out in now.
The Emerald re-release is the last one that I played through.
Emerald was
heavy.
good.
Oh yeah, I think one of the Ruby Sapphire releases is the last one I actually
Or not,
touched.
no, it was Sapphire.
Leaf green? Or
No,
Sapphire? Okay.
The Omega Ruby.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
those are the ones that I played all the way through, the most recent
Man.
actual Pokemon games, and those were great.
Yeah, I played
That remake was fucking awesome.
I played more of that than I did the one right before that, which I think was either X or Y.
Mm.
Yeah, like X and Y were the ones I played before that, but I only played like maybe a quarter of both of those
Yeah.
games. Like I never actually finished one since
And they're good.
back in the day.
I just keep waiting for Pokemon to switch the script on and just give us a fucking open world.
Like a fully open.
A fully open world where the battles take place in real time. Make it a action RPG.
That's what I wanted
where
since I was a kid, but
you're
they're
shouting
never
out
gonna
the
do
commands or whatever, but
that. Yeah.
use the
They're
D-pad for
never
that
gonna
or
do that.
something.
Dude, literally all you have to do is they have four moves you can learn at a time, right?
Yeah.
So like literally bind each move to a button.
Yeah. We'll
Like-
hold the L2 and then hit a fucking direction on the D-pad for their move.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if anything,
And you can walk
if
around
any-
with the other.
Yeah, if anything, aim the Pokemon at which one you want to attack,
Yeah.
and then you hold down the left trigger to lock on, and then you initiate the attack.
Because I've seen,
That'd be some good shit.
I've seen what the fandom is out there creating, and in my opinion, they're whipping your ass. With,
Pokemon
the-
Uranium, dude. I mean, did you
Well-
ever get a chance to look at that?
I'm talking about. No, I didn't, and I'm talking about the Breath of the Wild mods and the the Unreal Engine mods that people have been making in Pokemon the past couple of years that are just like open world action RPG. I mean, you're riding on your water Pokemon, you're flying on the backs of your like it shows in the cartoon. It looks literally like the animes look, and that is completely possible. While people may have been up in arms about the way Pokemon Go and Let's Go Pikachu and
Let's Go
Eevee,
Eevee, yeah.
the changes that were made to that are understandable to get mad over, but changing your platform to where it's going to be open world, 3-dimensional characters, I don't see anybody getting mad about that aspect of it.
I wouldn't, honestly.
Would you? I mean,
Well, I've talked to people that are Pokemon fans and in the Pokemon fandom, and yes, they're dumbasses that like think that the turn-based system is the best system, and it would ruin their enjoyment of the game if they did something like that with
it's still there. It's just the characters are going to be.
But I totally agree. That's what I've wanted, like, since I was a kid. I was like, hopefully eventually this little 2D thing where they have to do it all in turn-based will evolve into something 3D and open world,
Yeah,
and
like an
a lot
actual
bigger,
fight.
Yeah.
Honestly, like the whole thing I always told to people is I was like, dude, if Nintendo wanted to, if they wanted to, they would be able to beat World of Warcraft by making Pokemon into a massively multiplayer online RPG.
Oh yeah.
Like with fucking updates, like fucking legendaries that only a select amount of people can get.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah, going
the
to
craziness you could do with like an open world involving every region, like constantly updated with expansions and shit, like massively multiplayer online and putting people in the Pokemon universe immersively. Dude, fucking everyone would play that.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I would love for some shit like that to happen. And it's been happening with all these different types of games too. Like all these different types of games are taking their shots at it, like Elder Scrolls and like gosh, what were some of the other ones that have come out that you just wouldn't have expected to put out MMORPGs for? Like there's a Lord of the Rings one.
Yeah,
there's,
yeah.
See, there's certain worlds that are just seemingly like it's forced when you try to do that, but there's other worlds and games that I feel like would make a lot more sense.
Well,
and
they're pretty much ready
Pokemon,
built for it.
Final Fantasy made fucking sense when they made Final Fantasy MMO.
Yeah.
Like they didn't do the best job on the first one, but apparently the one that's been out lately is like pretty damn good.
Oh yeah, a lot of people are saying 14.
Yeah, like the 14 is apparently really fun. I just don't have the time to put into something like that. But but Pokemon just makes sense to me. Like Persona would make sense to me.
Or Dragon Ball Z, like Xenoverse 2. There's a community playing with each other on missions and shit in that. I would see it as being something similar to that.
Yeah.
I could see that. Actually, raids. Like you could talk about doing raids and stuff.
Yeah.
Like as Pokemon trainers, like you and your friends can meet up on like Cinnabar Island, and you actually have to complete a raid where you and your Pokemon have to, where you and your all's Pokemon have to complete these missions in order to face down against a rare Pokemon, like a super rare, like for instance, there's Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. Say on Cinnabar Island, Moltres has been spotted, and in order for you to get to Moltres, you have to complete this. You have to complete this raid, and at the end of the raid, Moltres appears, and then every single one of you has a chance to catch Moltres. And then, boom, immediately, everyone's going to Cinnabar Island. Everyone's and you can engage in battles on Cinnabar Island against other Pokemon trainers and stuff like that. I mean, there's so much you can do.
Even without it being MMORPG.
Yeah, just an action RPG.
Even the chance of like having the game operate that way, I feel like they did a lot more shit to make the game different and less fun than it used to be with what they did with Let's Go Pikachu, in all honesty, than they would have taken a risk doing with something like that.
Yeah. Where you actually where you as a trainer can actually roam around the battlefield. You're not stuck in one place and stuff like that.
And they're actually fighting, and the timing of your movement, because that's something that's missing from what would be a real battle in the RPG element that they have now, where it's turn-based fighting. It's like that's not how a fight works.
No, there's timing.
There's timing, and when you tell it
properly dodge.
Yeah, like on time, and the quickness and stuff like that matters more. I just feel like it would be a more immersive experience as a Pokemon trainer if you had to have, you would be really coaching a creature in battle.
Yeah, because it's like you can build your Pokemon in more ways too. Because it's like, say a Snorlax, you're not going to build to be fast. But it would be funny if someone did build one to be fast, and you'd see this fat motherfucker jumping around over the battlefield.
Or things like you're walking through a path and it starts raining while you're walking. You're like, fuck, if I run into the wrong guy right now, or trainer right now,
I'll be at a distance.
Like, all I got with me is a Geodude and a Cyndaquil and Pidgeotto, so Pidgeotto's going to have to carry.
That, but say also nighttime as well. Like at night, the
ghost types.
Yeah, the ghost types are more powerful. Mm-hmm. Stuff like that. You see environmental.
Then you better have your Charmander walking behind you, or you can't see shit.
Exactly. Exactly. Or
just different things you could do. I feel like there's.
Or actually, what they could do is they could actually have, you could actually buy stuff in the world, like say a Pikachu-powered flashlight, where actually all Pikachu has to do is like hold the flashlight thing up front, and he can light the way.
Right.
Stuff like that, and it gives new people new ways to play and everything.
Well, how long has it been since like the Mystery Dungeons and Pokemon Rangers franchises came out? I mean, those were stretches. Those were games there's plenty of games in the Pokemon, company's arsenal that are completely not the mainstay regular turn-based strategy collecting
Pokemon
games.
Snap is one of the biggest ones.
So what would be the problem with trying that?
Nothing at all. It's just people don't want to try new things because they keep making money off of people who are okay with turn-based instead of evolving the platform to be something else.
That's the thing too, is it's partially the problem with the audience continues to buy the same reskinned Pokemon game every time they put one out. So, if you guys stopped buying the Pokemon games every time, which I know you're not going to because you still enjoy them.
Yeah.
But they would eventually be like, oh, this isn't working anymore, so we're going to have to do something new. But since you buy it every time, they're never going to
I'm not griping about the way that they have been doing things. I'm just saying, like, it would be cool as shit if they would try that, since they've already tried a bunch of new things.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree with you on that. And truth is, there's just so many possibilities in the Pokemon universe for them to do different things. Mm-hmm. But
honestly, they don't even have to do it themselves either. They could continue working on a main entry Pokemon that they want to release and literally like hire out one of these other companies that's really good at making action RPGs like Atlas or Atlas.
I've got gym shorts on. Calm down.
Yeah.
I don't even want to think about that happening.
From Software,
Well, From Soft would be a decent one. If you ask me, I think a good one to do that before they committed to doing a different project, Retro. I would have asked Retro Studios to do it because...
Could you imagine Capcom and Nintendo working together?
it'd be a stretch because Capcom sort of pissed on Nintendo's shoes, but Nintendo kind of had it coming. Well, what do you expect, dude? When you demand exclusivity at the cost of the company developing the game for multi-platforms, and say, "Oh no, you can't release this on multi-platform. Why would you ever want to do that? You're going to be on Nintendo." Mm-hmm. Whatever. But there's so many possibilities of them doing something else. It's just them not wanting to take the risk. But right now, to me, with Nintendo wanting to outdo Sony, where Sony is the king of this generation. There is no debating that whatsoever. Sony is the king of the consoles in this generation. But Nintendo has a good start. Nintendo has a great start, rather. Mm-hmm. And if they really want to take risks and drag people into the Switch, I think doing the Switch Lite is not the best thing to do.
No, that thing looks awful.
Yeah, it's a neutered version of a Switch where you can't even plug it up to your TV anymore. And then people are just like, well, plug it up to TV is a novel concept.
It's the 2DS.
Yeah, it's
practically
effectively the 2DS, but more powerful. And what I would do if I were them...
One of the major problems with the Switch, too, is that certain games don't run as well when you put it into
2K18.
I don't even want to talk
about it.
Frame
drops and shit in the portable mode, so you have to play it on your TV if you want to play things the way
even
they're
Breath
supposed
of the
to run.
Wild on portable mode is not.
You got frame drops.
It's not as good of an experience.
Yep.
And that's not any fault of the game itself. It's a fault of the hardware. It needs to be plugged up.
Expensive hardware for what it is, might I add.
Yeah, and Nintendo ruling out third parties by putting on updates that deliberately bricks your systems if you use third-party stuff. This is why people don't trust you, Nintendo. Mm-hmm. This is why people have such a bad taste in their mouth over you doing all this stuff. You have a chance for a fresh start right now.
I stopped trusting Nintendo back whenever I bought a 3DS at launch. And then, not fucking, 7 months later, they're like, oh, by the way, we're making a better 3DS. And I'm like, you sons of fucking bitches.
Yeah, and...
It's like they do that every goddamn time. They release a base model and then they release a way better model that you're obviously going to trade in and buy that one instead.
For 6 months later.
And I fucking stopped buying into it. I'm just like, nah, man. I'm not going to buy any of your shit day one anymore.
And me,
I only had a Switch because my friend was like, yeah, I decided I don't want my Switch and I'm selling it for basically, with Breath of the Wild for $120. I'm like,
bring it on.
Fucking give it to me, man.
Give it.
Here's $120. I will drive to your house right now. Yeah. And he's like, all right.
Yes.
Holy cow.
I was like, I want to play Zelda. Fuck
that's robbery.
That is robbery. I'd take that any day. I've already got a Switch.
I don't think it was.
I'd take it just to give
it was not that low, but he
gave
me a sweet ass deal on it for getting Zelda with it and everything.
That's good.
I was just like, fuck, sold, dude.
Well,
here you
go. I've heard of a lot of different. Well, okay, I've heard a lot of different things when it comes to the Switch. Like, people are saying it's a lot easier to program. A lot of people say it is. I mean, if anything, it's evident from From Software developing games for it now, because FromSoft, the fact that they brought Dark Souls to the system is cool. The fact that
that it was Dark Souls remastered.
Yeah, the fact that it was Dark Souls remastered.
Not as cool.
well, okay, fair enough.
The Dark Souls community is not happy with Dark Souls remastered as a whole. If you didn't know,
I understand that. But the fact that id Software brought Doom to the Switch, a downgraded version, but still runs at a smooth frame rate, and on the television at pretty decent graphics. Now, if I'm Nintendo, I'm looking for potential upgrades to my system in the near future, and I wouldn't mind them doing something like every 2 years to where they come out with a more updated version of the Switch, or if anything, what they need to do is release a Switch to where you can upgrade the stuff yourself if you want to. They have it to where you can unscrew the stuff on the back and you can put in more RAM in the slots.
I don't ever see that.
But it'll never happen because they are so hell bent on keeping everything proprietary.
Yeah, they don't even want you to have the tools to take it apart. Period.
Yeah, I know, which is nonsense if you ask me, because if you're buying
that's every game company.
Actually, a law was passed, or actually a lawsuit was settled a couple years ago, and it was actually Apple. Apple wanted to stop third-party sellers from selling replacement parts because they wanted everyone to just come to the Apple Store and either buy a new one or pay the Smart or the Genius Bar to fix it, and they didn't want people to be able to fix it from home. So they sued some of these third-party companies and said, where we own the copyright to this, they have no right to make replacement parts and this and that. And the judge effectively told Apple, get out of my courtroom. This is stupid. People have the right, if they buy your product, they have the right to do as they please with it. It's a whole lot like when Nintendo pulled the Creators Program out on people and said, oh, you want to stream your stuff online? Well, you're going to have to pay a premium to us. No, that's what they said. They said you had to pay effectively 30% of what you make from YouTube. After YouTube already takes half of your shit, after YouTube already takes half the money, we will take that 30% of your 50% you get from YouTube. Wow. To which most YouTubers out there effectively said no.
I went from having like a raging nostalgia boner from this video about Nintendo products into like
Nintendo's actually
robbed.
a little bit shitty, right?
Like, feeling fucking robbed.
But here's one thing.
But I've known that they've been shitty. Like they were shitty way back in the day in the way they handled business with Sony, and that's why fucking Sony hates them now and has forever.
Yeah, that's why the PlayStation exists. Unless they got their asses kicked in the 4th generation.
So, you know.
But effectively, Chad, the point is, love them or hate them, Nintendo has had an impact on our lives.
Oh my God.
That has changed us. It has effectively changed us into different people.
It's an abusive relationship, but I'm still in love with them.
Because I still can't help from being like, dude, I can't fucking wait for Metroid Prime 3 to come, or Metroid Prime 4
this
to come
black
out
eye don't hide my love.
Like, new Metroid Prime is something I'm still stoked about, despite the fact that Nintendo should probably suck on a couple of nuts at some point.
Yeah, well, Sony nuts.
Well, yeah, and effectively...
Even Sony's doing shit to piss me off now.
Well, yeah.
So, I don't know.
Both companies... the companies trade out, because... Think about this. Back in the 90s, Nintendo was like, no nudity, no this, no that. And Sony's like, bring on the tits. And then, of course, nowadays, it's completely opposite.
I was still blown the fuck away that the last company to make me be like, okay, it was actually fucking Microsoft. Yeah, they haven't done that forever.
E3.
I'm an Xbox fan. I don't agree that PlayStation 4 is better than Xbox One. In a lot of different ways, I don't agree with that.
No. I'm saying in terms of numbers. Phil Spencer, effectively, when he took over completely over Microsoft's gaming division in 2013, after the whole kerfluffle of the launch of the Xbox One, Microsoft has done tremendously well in terms of their backwards compatibility.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Of everything. They've made a huge turn, and it's
good.
A
decent collection of PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. My PlayStation 4 collection's not that great, but I have, 8 or 9 games. I have a ridiculous Xbox original 360 and Xbox One collection. If I could play all of my PlayStation shit on my PS4, it would get a lot of use. It collects a whole lot of dust because my Xbox One can play almost everything. Another note, when I turn it on, I play a game. When I turn my PS4 on, every single time it's updating. It updates, and it updates, and it updates. I've never had any physical problems with my Xbox One, like receiving a disc, reading it, pushing it back out. I've had multiple issues with the disc reader for the PS4, ejecting disc, reading discs, telling me there's a disc in there when there isn't one. I've only had problems with the PS4, and hardly ever do I have problems with the Xbox One.
Well,
seems unlucky because I've had like no problems out of PlayStation 4s, except for
it could just be mine.
I bought my PlayStation 4 originally at launch, which was a mistake.
Yeah, because
the launch PS4 is only for like a month or so. I actually had a problem where they would spit your disc back out on you randomly.
Mine does. That's the disc. One of the disc problems I had. I'll be playing the game, and it'll just fucking eject the disc, and I'll be like, "What?" I
gave it to Andrew after doing everything that I saw online in terms of fixing that, keeping it from happening, and it still fucking does it to him. And Finally, the disk drive actually stopped working on it. So
what's up with mine? Because mine did that kind of shit too.
If you got yours too early,
it's a lot like the launch Xbox 360s. Because remember the Red Ring of Death?
Yeah,
I've still got one.
Dude, like,
and it works.
Yeah, but that continued way past launch though.
I know it did.
That continued into the Elite because my first Xbox 360 was an Elite and it red ringed on me.
Well, this is just my opinion of the Xbox One versus the PS4. As far as the PlayStation 3, the launch PlayStation 3, in my opinion, is one of the greatest fucking machines to ever be made.
Yeah,
it's a pretty cool system.
Period.
Yeah, because it's
mine
PS2
still died from a scorched motherboard. Somehow.
Oh, that's right.
It was after playing it on it for like 10 or 11 years before it did. So
and
I don't know, just like PlayStation 4, man, like if you only have 7 or 8 games, I think you still are missing a few games that make the system more worth it as well.
And this is not the game catalog, it's literally the performance of the machine that's been my issue with it.
Well, here's
it's hard to argue that the PlayStation 4 exclusives do not, beat the Xbox One exclusive line.
You know me, I'm a Persona fan too, I love that.
And as Chad stated, the primary thing with him is that he has an entire back catalog of Xbox 360 and Xbox Original that he still loves to play.
Yeah.
And the fact that he does that on his Xbox One and PS4 does not do that.
No, if it did, I would probably only play PS4 if I could play all my PS1 and PS2 games on it.
Yeah.
But
my PS3 has taken over for the powerhouse of all my Sony gaming.
There's rumors, but they're always rumors that the PlayStation 5 actually may finally
God, I hope, but I've heard that it won't even have a disc reader.
I've heard that too.
Not heard that either.
Well, I've heard that also Microsoft potentially maybe ditching the disc drive, but there's no proof of it because all these are just rumor mill stuff.
If that happens, they should at least have like an attachable one that you can buy.
Like that plugs in USB-C, like USB 3.0. I would agree with that.
There'll be a lot of console fans that still like having physical collections. That'll be pretty sad whenever they're finally forced to switch to digital. Even though personally, I now think that digital is the way to go myself. After selling my collection
I think they should stop making.
I miss my physical copies, but it's just not worth the trouble of going to the store, having to keep up with your disc, having to make sure your disc stays safe and doesn't get broken or anything.
I agree with that.
Well, I agree with that.
And it's just like having to find room for it too.
I like having the option. I don't think they should print them out in bulk as much as they do.
No.
I think if anything, they should look at demand.
I also think just if you don't want to have a disc, just selling you like a case with a code with the artwork and stuff would at least be cool, like for cheaper than a disc,
like they did with Fallout 76.
Kind of to an extent, but like
you have the physical disc. Yeah. You actually have one that's got the physical disc.
It's like if they're going to do their systems that way and not have a disc drive, start at least allowing you to still, if you want the experience of going to the game store and talking to Jacob at the GameStop or whatever.
Well, retro games aren't
to buy your game. Like you could still get like a case with a code in it, have your artwork and like extras and stuff, like in a physical form.
There's so many games that have already came out, like that have already been made. That market's not going anywhere.
No.
The scarcity of like super old games is gonna go, up.
Well, that's why I bought me a legit version of Link to the Past because. When I saw that at the game store for like $15, I'm like, now.
One of the saving graces, though, if you didn't know, is that if you get back on like the PlayStation 3 network store, like fuck tons of the games that are actually super fucking expensive if you go over to like G2K or whatever, are on that network for purchase for like $7 or less.
Yeah, I mean, I would encourage anybody that if they're going to play through the original Persona games, like the first 3, to definitely
digital.
Yeah. Even the PSP remakes of them are super.
Having that copy is cool. It's just Jesus the money you have to pay for stuff like that.
Yeah, I did it, and I kind of regret spending that much money on those games.
Well, for you, it was the rat race that you had for the first one that blew me away. I was just like, Jesus, man.
It was the rush of chasing it all down.
Yeah.
Because I had to buy it in parts.
And I'm still looking to build my repertoire up as well because we just need to take a day or two and reconfigure the streaming office upstairs and put that big friggin' CRT TV in the closet and have one of the take that one stack thing that's on the side of your desk up there. the multi-stack thing. Yeah, the shelving unit, and put it in there and have the consoles on it, like the old retro consoles on it, and then over on the other side have nothing but a massive library of games to play.
We're building a shrine, people.
Yes, we are. A shrine to our childhood.
It'll give you more of a reason to hang out in the streaming office with us, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
Or if we want to go a little more eloquent.
Dos dame solo. I would like to stream some retro games, man.
I would too.
And
I'd love to do it on an actual like massive CRT TV. Like
not as many people will get my reference, but if you do, you're a badass.
But this has been a good trip down memory lane, and it was inspired by this video, Animation versus Pokemon. You see what it does to us, guys? You see what good quality videos do to us? They put us on a road of just reflection that we could just like recall all these awesome memories and have these amazing conversations. That's the point of these things. It's not to forget about everything. It's about it's about just experiencing the video in your own way. And I'm glad that I was able to experience this with y'all because this was awesome. Hey,
this
thank
is
y'all.
gonna be a long fucking video.
Yes, it is. And by the way, if you have tuned in throughout this entire thing, thank you. Thank you so much. You guys
You're
are
also
awesome.
a badass.
You are a primo.
You're
badass.
a badass in two ways, for both having the chance to guess that reference and for still being here.
Yes, you're a primo badass. Thank you so much for all of that. And until next time, everybody, signing off. I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
And that's Chad. And we'll see you in the next one, everybody. Peace out.